slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through.
Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel, Pelican Bay Dog Talk and News for the Day. Giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And I appreciate all the new subscribers to the page, to the channel. You know what I'm saying? One brother asked me what this channel about. Channel about everything, man. Start with the dogs. We talk a little bit about everything, but we base it off the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere or another, them dogs the situation gonna, intertwine. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we drift off to the left, but it is what it is. We try to keep the content going, to keep the content flowing. Y'all hit that like button before you get up out of here. And it'd be a whole lot easier if you go ahead and hit it right now. You know what I'm saying? Before you start getting all that liquor up in you and that smoke up in you and whatever you do up in you. Hey, don't forget to drop down in them comments. And salute all my bulldogs from one side of the country to the other side of the country. All my dog lovers from one side of the world to the other side of the world. Let's get into that dog talk and news for the day. Now, let's get this thing started up for the day. Hope everybody having a good day so far, having a good evening, a good night. Before we get into that dog talk, that dog news, I want to talk about something I've seen. I don't know if it's the new fad, the new trend. Now, this ain't got nothing to do with dogs. We just drifting left, like I always say, for a few seconds. No, nothing to do with dogs. This is something I saw, and I want to know. I need some answers from somebody. Tell me what's going on out here. Is it a new fad, a new challenge out now, or what's going on when I turn on YouTube and I see a girl sitting on the stage with her head, with a brother spitting in her mouth? I couldn't put the video back here. You know what I'm saying? For one, I didn't know if somebody already monetized it, and two, it makes me sick to the stomach looking at it. I couldn't even look at the whole video. I just looked to see what was about to happen, and I had to flip it. I ain't even see it actually go down. It would have made me throw up. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of stuff in my days that will make the average person throw up, that don't even bother me. But that, letting somebody spit in your mouth, My goodness, what is it coming to these days, man? You would have never found a woman letting no man do that in the late 90s. I'm talking in early 2000s, you know, the late 2000s, 2020s, 2000, man, what y'all got going on? Man, that's the nastiest I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen no man and woman activity nastier than that, you know. And see, when you look at women on stage doing stuff like this, you setting bad examples for people younger than you, man. Like, that's okay. Like, that's okay. Oh, my goodness, man. We ain't going to stay on that too long. I didn't want to put the video up behind me, like I said. I ain't want to put it up because I ain't going to lie. It made me puke, you know what I'm saying? It made me want to throw up. Couldn't even finish watching it. But we about to get into that dog talk and that dog news, you know what I'm saying? Got a few things that happened in the news. Got a little bit of dog talk to talk about. You know what I'm saying? First thing, I want to put brothers hip to something real quick. You know, shout out to all the bulldoggers, like I said, out there. All the brothers down in the chat right now. Okay, welcome all. Where the name come from? Where the name come from? Welcome all Kennel, where the name come from? Can't tell you why they created that name, but I can tell you this. You know, this area is the Walkmall area. We have Walkmall High School. We have the Walkmall River, which goes down the whole southeast coast, exit out into the ocean. Okay, I heard my brother Summarize talking about the Walkmall Lake up there, Lake Walkmall Lake up there where he's from. Okay, now that's a lake. That lake is the source of the river that flows the whole bottom part of North Carolina into South Carolina through our backyard, on out past Georgetown, past Charleston, all out to the ocean. So every time Lake Walkmall floods during hurricanes, we get all that. You know, we get all the flooding. When that Lake Walkmall floods from North Carolina, the word is, this is what we hear when we in South Carolina. The dam or something broke up there. I don't know if it's a dam up there or not. The dam or something broke up there in the lake in North Carolina, and all the flooding coming back this way. Or anytime that water in that lake rises, if they get high, we get even higher, because that's our source coming into that river. See, and the Walkmall River goes through our backyard. When I say backyard, I mean literally 100 yards, 200 yards. When we get a good rain, the river comes up on the highway, on the road, you know, Walkmall River. We got Walkmall schools. We got Walkmall stores, Walkmall hardware stores. All this is the Walkmall area. So I can't tell you why the brothers, you know, named it Kennel that, but I can tell you this is the Walkmall area. We had the Walkmall Pottery, which was like a shopping center. We got I know the brothers from around my way gonna think of a whole bunch of other places that I can't even think of right now. But yeah, man, this is the Walkmall area. I'm glad you showed that lake on your video, because now I know which lake be giving us all that water when we start flooding. You know, when all that water come all the way down into our rivers, all the way down through Conway, through Georgetown, from Table City, through Lawrence and all that, Conway, Georgetown, back through Charleston, like I said, and back into the ocean. It also goes into the intercoastal waterway, you know. It also goes to the intercoastal waterway, and that's in between Conway and Myrtle Beach. But yeah, man, this is the Walkmall area. I just thought brothers should know that, you know, school brothers and hip brothers to certain things, you know what I'm saying? And that way, brothers will know where certain things come from. So we got the river. We used to have a bowling alley called Walk'em Lanes. Walk'em Boulevard. That's the road that go behind before you get to Myrtle Beach and Conway, in between Myrtle Beach and Conway. Yeah, like that whole area, it's the Walk'em area. You got the PD, and the Walk'em, and this is the Walk'em. All like by this river area, Conway, Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is considered the Grand Strand area, but off that beach is the Walk'em area. I want to send a big shout out and a big salute to Brother Thaxter, you know what I'm saying? When I heard the great news, my brother. Big shout out to you. Keep doing your thing with them dogs. Keep doing the great work. Keep putting in that great work with them dogs, And like I say, before I get up out of here, big salute to you, Brother Thaxter. All right, another thing. These brothers out here still paper peddling that hog stuff, man. I ain't getting in them comments. I got people to check all that stuff now. They'll tell me what's what, who I need to holler at. I'm not getting in them comments. It's too much ignorance, period. I got other stuff I got to be doing, thinking about, than worrying about all these different comments and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I got people that's going to be checking that. We got more paper peddling out here with that hog. The boys claiming hog off the boil stuff now. So they must be got some boil stuff out there or something, or done rig something up or somehow or another. I love to welcome y'all to the show, at the end of the day. But check this out. I can care less what y'all running. I'm running what I'm running. I'm good on my side. I just hope y'all good on y'all side. At the end of the day, what you got don't make me, and what I got ain't gonna make you. You know what I'm saying? I done did my thing in the dogs. I ain't one of these people out here trying to still get a reputation for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a whole different lane, whole different zone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. What I do got time for is to run my block the way I run my block. Run my hood the way I run my hood, my virtual hood, my this block right here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can't worry about what you got. I can only tell these stories about these pedigrees and this and that and keep it step and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my fault if you don't got what you really want. It ain't my fault if your shit don't got no papers and you're trying to say something else. It ain't my fault about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Not my fault about none of that. Brothers say the dumbest stuff day for day, dumbest things day for day. And it just is what it is, man. Like I said, I won't be in the comments every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. I just don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay focused on bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? And when I say this, I'm not talking about the people who speak logical. I'm not talking about the people who voice their opinion, because some of them boys say like, oh, you think the truth is hate and all that. Man, listen here, man. That's why I can't stay in them comments. It's too much brothers that speak when they brain not fully developed yet. You know what I'm saying? Brothers speaking when they brain not fully developed and saying stuff that just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, just get whatever line you gonna get and be happy with it. I can care less what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can care less what it is. I can care less what you think I got. I got papers on mine. And like I said before, my dog is my dog. My dog made a name for himself. I made a name for my dog. You know what I'm saying? I can care less about Hog. I can care less about War Pony. I don't give a damn about no Lynch. I don't give a damn about no Mayday. Neither none of them Barracuda, none of them damn dogs. Neither no damn Yellow. I care about the dogs I got in my yard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all so twisted and got, like, what's the difference it's going to make if Hog was off Boils? Boils, Jeep, Eli, whatever. What difference would it make? Like, I got much respect for all the dog brothers out there. I just ain't fucking with them boys. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want to do. And when I say this, I mean, like, I know I can't choose who you watch and none of that. This ain't that type of party. Have fun over here, have fun over there, have fun over there. That's what I'm about. At the end of the day, you ain't gonna see me hate like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mention something or because I say something, don't mean I'm stuck on it either. It just mean I'm doing what the hell I want to do. You know, it just is what it is, man. You got to remember when you dealing with certain people. See, I told y'all that before. Folk will deal with people, folk will do things to people, and then they think everybody going to react in that same way. We see people from different places across this country, across this world, across these cities, and across this place, man. You can't fuck with everybody the same way you deal with the next man. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because everybody don't handle it the same way. You know, everybody don't handle it the same way. It's no different. When we have bite week, everybody from all different states come down to Myrtle Beach when we have bite week, from all different states. You know, you got billions of personalities on that boulevard. Stick-up kids, murderers, rapists, all different kind of stuff roll around on that boulevard. You never know what kind of person you're going to bump into that particular weekend. So when you start something on that weekend, you better be about what you're talking about, because you never know who you're going to bump into and where they from. And where they from might be a little more quicker than where you from. As far as when I say quicker, them boys ain't playing. You know, they ain't playing. So, you know, you just got to watch who you deal with, man. You just got to watch who you deal with. Because like I said, folk be wanting to say when to want to start shit and then tell you when to stop it. Where the fuck that happen at? Where that goes down at? You know what I'm saying? Where that goes down at. And like I said, you know, y'all brothers can have what bloodlines you want. You can have, Hog can be off Jeep. Hog can be off damn Boudreaux's Eli. I don't give a damn. I got papers on mine, and I ain't worrying about what Hog off of anyway. You know, I'm just got my dog. My bloodline start from JD and Saber 2000. Mellow Yellow. You know what I'm saying? I could care less about the dogs in the pedigree. Nothing in that pedigree makes my dogs different than everybody else's dogs across that country. And that's when you have a hard time even getting rid of your dogs, because what makes your dogs any different? What makes mine different? Because mine going off me, my name. You know, I don't give a damn about no damn Mayday. Like I said before, I don't give a damn about no Lynch, no War Pony, neither no damn Hog. Respect them all as dogs. But every day these boys want to come out here with a different dog, saying they off this and saying they off that. They ain't got the papers for none of that shit. But I got the papers on my dog saying Hog off War Pony, and that's all that matters. Just like the rest of the boys across the country. You know? Just like the rest of them boys. But hey, man, it is what it is. Like I know a lot of paper peddling going on. You know, like I told y'all boys before, we missing 100 and some 300, 400, 500 dogs over the past year. 500 dogs over the past year. Now they want to talk about hog off boil stuff. It might be a hog off the boil stuff, but it ain't the hog. You know, it ain't the hog. Somebody done rig y'all up some papers. I bet you they don't say ADBA. I bet you they must be say Tom Garner papers if they got them coming off of balls, dog. I bet you it say Tom Garner papers if it's coming off ball. It ain't no bona fide. It ain't no ADBA. If it's coming off anything with War Pony and Lynch, them dogs. But hey, you ain't heard it from me, man. That's why I ain't even worried about. I can't even be studying. I ain't even tripping on what bloodline you got. Run your bloodline and go spend $100,000 on curves, and then you figure out and tell your story 20 years later. That's how I'm leaving it, man. That's how I'm leaving it. I ain't even trying to trip on it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it is what it is. Everybody going to do what they want to do, feel how they want to feel. All right, let's get into that dog news. We're going to Memphis first. We got an animal cruelty on multiple animal charges on a young lady. You know, let's get into the video.
Facing animal cruelty charges tonight after dozens of malnourished dogs were found on her property. 39-year-old Melissa Foster is charged with 12 counts of aggravated cruelty to animals. Memphis police says a Memphis Animal Services officer made the call on October 7th to a house on Decatur Street. The MAS officer told police she found 2 malnourished dogs in the backyard and said more dogs were inside the home in the same condition. In total, 3 adult dogs and 9 puppies were taken by MAS. Foster is being held on a $12,000 bond and is expected to appear in court tomorrow.
Now, that right there ain't nothing compared to what you about to watch right now. You know, that ain't nothing to compare to what you about to watch right now. You know, let's go ahead and jump straight into that video, and I'm going to definitely do some talking about that when it's done.
Halbert County woman facing animal cruelty charges for the second time in 10 years.
We want to warn you that some of the details in the story are graphic. News 19's Carmen Fuentes is joining us now with more. Carmen.
Yeah, Kelly, Steve, that woman you mentioned, her name is Deborah Catledge, and she's charged with 15 counts of animal cruelty after deputies say they discovered 28 dead horses and several other malnourished animals on her property over the weekend. Back in 2013, Catledge was arrested after authorities found more than 120 dogs on her property. Colbert County Sheriff Eric Ballantyne tells News 19 that when his office went to rescue animals from Catledge's property this weekend, they found them in horrifying conditions.
They were piled up, carcasses, bones, and I was told that she was actually, when the horses would die, she would cut them up and feed that meat to the dogs. And I do know that whenever we arrived out there, one of my deputies said that a dog come walking up with a horse bone in its mouth.
Catledge is currently out on bond, and officials tell us that some of those horses are at the Colbert County Animal Services right now, and other rescued animals have been placed in foster homes while they wait to be adopted. Now, News 19 is continuing to follow this story, and we will bring you the very latest as we learn more.
Man, if videos like this don't do nothing but tell you one thing. Watch who you're getting your dogs from. You know, watch who you're getting your dogs from. Imagine if you sending for a pit bull and they got 120 some dogs, or they got a lot of dogs on the yard and they treat them like how she treating their dogs. You know, and you thinking you happy getting a dog and he been eating horses all his life. You can't feed him no horse. You gonna go out there and give him some Victor and all other kind of stuff. He ain't gonna want it. He been eating horses, dead horses. You know, and I mean that's animal cruelty to the extreme. Animal cruelty to the extreme. I'm gonna follow up on that, but 29 dead horses and you just let them stack there, chop them up and feed them to the dogs. Man, if she chopped them up and fed them to the dogs, you could probably, and them dogs skinny, somebody else probably been eating them horses too, or something else probably been eating them horses. Ain't no telling what been coming out there eating horses. They should have some weight on them. They eating horses. 29 of them. Then we got this next girl. She got busted beating her dog up, 6 months old, broke his leg, slamming him on the ground, hit him and all kind of stuff, broke his leg. She got busted.
In Grand Island, a woman is now behind bars after being accused of felony cruelty toward her dog after several complaints from people in town. GIPD says a person called in after seeing 25-year-old Megan Klatt kicking, punching, and slamming her 6-month-old puppy to the ground yesterday. Police and employees with the Central Nebraska Humane Society showed up and saw the pup had a broken leg, among other injuries. The Humane Society says they've had prior complaints about Klatt within the last month. She was arrested for animal cruelty and obstruction and will appear in court on October 2nd.
And first at 4, an update to a case of a dog beaten to death in Columbus County. 18-year-old Nicholas McGirt from Tabor City is now charged with cruelty to animals after a dog was found dead in Columbus County. According to sheriff investigators, the dog's owner let her Chihuahua, Zany, that's who you're seeing right now as the dog's owner, out for a minute, and he never came back. He was found dead the next morning in a field nearby. Investigators say a video surfaced on social media showing that dog being beaten.
Now, this is a prime example of the modern day gangster. This is a prime example of the modern day gangster. He didn't get caught until he want to show somebody what he did. It ain't no fun just going to kill that person dog. You want to show somebody what you did. And that's why they got his ass where they got his ass at. You know, Tabor City, North Carolina. That's why they got his ass where they got his ass at. You want to brag about and get on social media about doing something illegal. Killing a dog at that. Killing a small dog at that. No, that's about like how we used to say back in the days. You got a problem with a man and you go shoot up his car. You got a problem with a man and you go shoot up his house. Now you got a problem with a man, you go see him. You got a problem with that woman, you go see her. Don't hurt that dog. You know, don't hurt the dog. Don't hurt the other stuff when you mad at somebody else. Go shoot the car up. That car ain't got no feelings. Same type of thing. You know, hate, man, hate. If he had a problem with that lady, he should have stepped to that lady. But that dog can't fight back. That dog's small, you know, can't defend himself. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We gonna keep this thing rolling. I'm dropping them back to back on y'all today, giving y'all that news. You know what I'm saying? Talking a little bit of dog talk at the same time. You know, giving y'all that news, talking a little bit of dog talk at the same time.
Charlotte County man is now facing charges after deputies say he starved his dog to death. But this is a scene we've seen far too often over the past few years. It's your big story tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us on ABC 7. I'm Alex Howard, in for Megan Miller.
And I'm Jeff Harris. There have been 13 arrests for the same crime over just the past 3 years, leaving some people wondering, is this the start of a new concerning pattern in Charlotte County?
Hold up, man. You know I got to cut the video when they say something I want to bring to y'all attention real quick. This ain't no problem in Charlotte County. That's Charlotte County, not Charlotte the city. This ain't no problem in that county. This is a problem across the whole United States. While y'all sitting here talking about people dog fighting. Yeah, they doing all that as well. But that animal cruelty right there, that type of animal cruelty is far more extreme, far more frequent in the United States. You know, you get these dog busts, and they take 100 dogs, they take 50 dogs, they take 200 dogs, you know. They took 500, which was the Missouri 500, the biggest ever. But look at all this, how we get 100 dogs from this rescue, 200 dogs from this rescue, 150 from this rescue, 29 horses. We just had the video a month or so ago about more dead horses when they went to somebody else's property. You know? Now, if you ask me, the problem is not the pit bulls. The problem is all the other animals. And like I said before, my brothers and sisters, the same ones that's getting caught up with all these abusive animal charges, all these cruelty to animal charges, is the same ones that's pushing these laws on against these pit bulls. You know, same ones.
Tonight, ABC 7's Samantha Servin is getting you more on how you can prevent this from happening.
There is no excuse. You can't take care of it. Just find someone who can.
Hold up, man. I had to stop the video one more time before I let y'all get back into it. They said something else key. They said something key, man. You can't take care of the dog, let somebody else do it, man. You can't take care of whatever animal you got, let somebody else do it. But let's get back into the video.
Never has. There is no excuse, period.
Neighbors living nearby Michael Ming's on Alton Road are astonished seeing pictures of Roxy days after she was confiscated back in April.
If they abuse someone, they should be in jail.
And he did. It's a trend we're seeing far too often. 13 people arrested over the last few years in Charlotte County alone. You may remember Nicole O'Brien ran a shelter. Another man dragged a dog behind his truck.
It's disturbing to think that there's that much cruelty and neglect going on.
Division Manager Brian Jones has plenty of experience in his 25 years at animal control.
We've always had a steady flow. We've had a string of successful ones recently. It may give off that illusion that there's more, but there's really not.
Thankfully, the increase is only an illusion, but we'd still rather be on the decline.
Owners have to be aware of that. Not having enough money to properly address something or deal with something is not an excuse for an animal, for the health to decline and cross that line over into animal neglect and animal cruelty.
That was ABC 7's Samantha Servin reporting. And as you hear officials say, each county in Southwest Florida has resources to help you take care of your pet. If you're struggling to feed your pets, you can reach out for help, both them and yourself.
Now, you see how skinny that dog was. And sitting there and tell me you don't think something should go down about that. You know, sitting there and tell me that now. It don't make no sense for no dog to look like that. You know, and that ain't it. Them CNN satellites from outer space is pumping. That all is pumping, and they shooting out that info, and they shooting out that news. You know, they shooting that news out. We got another one. That one was horrible right there. But this one is even worse. You know, this one is even worse. We got this dude here, child pornography and having sex with dogs. You know what I'm saying? Child pornography and having sex with dogs. PBK9's gonna give it to you. Some don't. Some gonna like it. Some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hit that like button. Y'all brothers and sisters down in the chat, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot of people watching the video all the time is not subscribed. You know, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Let's get into this video.
Who was arrested for pornography involving juveniles and sexual abuse of an animal has pleaded not guilty at his arraignment. 27-year-old David Buckley Roberts was booked by the Rapides Parish Sheriff's Office after they received a complaint about the distribution of child pornography. They investigated the case with the Attorney General's Office Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Roberts, who formerly worked for the Ball Police Department, tendered his resignation ahead of his arrest. He also previously worked for RPSO. He was booked on more than 500 counts of pornography involving juveniles and more than 100 counts of sexual abuse of an animal. Now, when the case went to grand jury, he was formally indicted on 4 counts of pornography involving juveniles and 5 counts of sexual abuse of an animal. A trial date set for November 8th. That case is being prosecuted by Assistant DA Kelvin Sanders, and Roberts is represented by Public Defender David Karst. Judge Mary Doggett is presiding.
Dog because he was tired. Now he's charged with aggravated animal cruelty. Metro Police say he killed the animal while its owners slept inside of their home. They woke up to commotion in the backyard, found their dog dead. The man was arrested when he came back to the scene while police were there investigating.
Now, that brother, that must have been real tired. But what I think happened, they didn't say on the video, but I think happened, maybe the dog was doing a lot of barking, and the neighbor was probably trying to sleep, or he was tired or what, you know, and went over there and killed the dog, and then went back home. When the police came, he went over there to tell what happened. You know, I never, you know, they had already had some type of argument in the past already, the neighbors. You know, for it to escalate like that, I really doubt he would have went over there and killed a dog the first time. It probably was a situation where they already had beef with each other about something. That dog, rather, barking or making noise or something. And that brother must have been tired or something, like really super, super tired. But I mean, hey, sometimes you got to think before you make them actions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to think before you make them actions. Because you make actions when you're angry. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you don't move correctly. It's like boxing. You can't win a fight angry. You know, can't win a fight angry. Okay, one of the brothers was asking me if anybody had any of them Sambo dogs in modern day times. I couldn't find them modern day because I couldn't get in touch with the kennels to the brother that asked me that. But I will say Auto War Kennels had some tight bred stuff off of them. This brother, W. Perry or S. Perry or something like that, he had some stuff off of some good-looking dogs off of them. I haven't talked to the brother who I sold Sambo to since I sold it to him. You know what I'm saying? But the brothers who I see that did the breedings after after off his dog, he bred Sambo, then he sold puppies, then they took them puppies and bred them back to Bo, and they bred them different ways. But, you know, check out Auto Wars. Nino, I want to say. Nino's got some Bo in the background. Auto War Kennels, Nino. It's a few dogs, man. The dog was called Monster Man Manny Fresh in the background. You know, because my man changed the name. He changed the name to Monster Man Manny Fresh. But yeah, and one of the brothers up there in VA had a grandson off of him I was trying to get a couple years back. You know, it was an old dog, but hell, I still wanted him. He wouldn't breed. He had an AI breed him, but I knew how to AI breed, so that wasn't no problem. You know, but he done dead now. That was a few years ago, maybe about 5, maybe somewhere, maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe a little bit more than that, but it wasn't back in the days. It was more modern day time. Yeah. Big shout out to brother Socrates, J Bo, Pro and Game Mag, Liquid Lucky, Hunt Down Kennels, Supreme Excellence 1, Samurai Kennels, Lionhead, M.O.R. Keefe, City Boy Kennels, Marcel Shepard, Melvin Brown, Arrowhead, salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Michael Clay, Legion's Fury 13. Legion's Fury 13. Luca Brasi, Red Bobby. Shout out to all them brothers, man. Shout out to all them brothers, man. All the Bulldoggers. Shout out to Mary, man, holding it down on the other side of the country. Other side of the world, man. Shout out to Mary holding it down on the other side of the world. All the Bulldoggers and dog lovers, man. All the Bulldoggers and dog lovers. Now, I told y'all a few videos back, I was about to start training a pit bull named Ace, which I will this week right here. Okay? Now, I'm about to show you how PB canines get down in the mud with a fresh canvas. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show you how I get my paint on with a fresh canvas. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to brother Vanguard Canine. Vanguard, about to show you how your brother get down with a fresh canvas, man. And a whole new a bucket of paint over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show my brothers how to finesse this pit bull in obedience. You know what I'm saying? Bully, pit bull, I don't care what it is. You know, PBK9 is going to show you how to get Tarzan with it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Some people got it, some people don't. You know, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. We work in obedience, no protection, no type of aggression. We're working strictly obedience. You know what I'm saying? And I got to stay, especially when it comes to my videos right now. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying, and I said what I said at the first part of the video, because my mind is focused on what I got to do with this dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mind focuses on right now. You know, breaking that wild horse, you know, like that stallion. You know, jumping on the back of that stallion like them native brothers back in the days and breaking one of them wild horses. You know, breaking one, man. It is what it is. You know, I love to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I got an opportunity to do something I love and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be damn, you know, if I'm going to play with it. You know, play with a gift that my Lord gave me. You know, so I'm going to keep y'all in tune with that. You know, as soon as I start working with it, I'm going to let you see where I'm starting at and let you see where I'm ending at. And we going to go step by step. You know what I'm saying? These going to be some of the videos, especially the training videos, going to be on Patreon. Y'all, some of y'all brothers got to show me about that members thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got to show me about that members thing, because I'm about to start a lot of stuff. If you want to see or hear, you're going to have to go on that members channel. You know, just like the rest of them boys. I ain't worrying about losing a few in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear that certain thing, you're going to have to go to that members channel. As soon as them boys hit me up and show me how to work it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, you want to hear it? You don't, you don't. Some going to like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some going to like it, some ain't. I can't wait to get Ace in my hand. And we going to start doing that thing. You know the way we do it? Carolina style with them Bulldogs. Hey, and when I send him back, he going to represent the Bay, man. He going to represent the Bay. That's one thing about me. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I like always say, because I see a lot of these dog trainers that be on Facebook, well-known dog trainers that be on Facebook and be taking brothers' dogs and giving them back in a week, 2 weeks. And, you know, it ain't really what you want. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't want to say it. You know, it ain't really what you want, but you really don't want to say it. See, PBK9 is going to give you what you want. You know, I'm going to make sure that your dog doing what it's supposed to do. You know, that's the difference between somebody that's trying to take your money and somebody who love to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I can just take your money. And I'm not talking about no particular person right now. I'm talking about anybody. I can just take your money and just give you a dog back in a week, 2 weeks, and say it's doing this and it's doing that, and you can't really get it and show you how to do it, and then you got to keep it maintained. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't like it like that. You know, I like to make sure your dog doing what he's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? We take these dogs to some of these dog training places, and like these buildings and stuff around here in Myrtle Beach and different places. They give your dog back and they ain't doing what it's supposed to be doing. and you done paid $3,000-$4,000, and your dog ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. Cause see, a lot of people want training, and this is why I had to stop. This is why I had to stop. At least, a lot of people want training, don't want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If you want that cheap training, take that dog, to them training facilities out there. Like, I'm using my area, for example. Myrtle Beach got a couple, you know what I'm saying? Different places. If you're looking for the cheap training. And a lot of that cheap training, you got to take the dog home. What you don't understand, you got to take the dog home and continue all that stuff anyway. But now you're going to continue it from a smaller level, from a lower level. You see, the same way you want to pay for a car, a nice car you're going to pay for nice training you're going to get as well. You know what I'm saying? Or you could pay for something if you just want to get around in. If you can just pay for something that, that's just doing one or two things. It just depends on, what you want to do. Just depends on what you want to do. Now, I want to send a big RIP to a brother that died in a car accident from my side of town, that I was cool with, named Greg, over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Big RIP to the brother Greg. He wasn't a dog, man. I think he maybe had one dog or two or something like that, but big RIP to him. And again, I want to send a big shout out to Samurai Kennel, doing this thing with the Digital Dog Show, and salute to Samurai, all your hometown and all that. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers on that side of town. From where I looked at on the map where you say you was from, you the same distance from Wilmington that you is from me, like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Marino came from Pembroke. From the Preacher Man. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about, them brothers that got them dogs in that area, that's where Marino came from. Me and Marino did a lot of training with one of my brothers, down there in Wagram. That's in Scotland County. You know what I'm saying? I run that. When I say run, I don't mean run it, like control it. I mean run it like go through it. I run them areas, man. You know what I'm saying? Great brothers in them areas. Salute to all them brothers in them areas. From Lumberton, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Maxton, all of Robertson County, was Robinson County, all of Scotland County, all them brothers, man. Great dog lovers, great bulldoggers. Right now, one of Saber 2000 puppies is down there with them boys. Y'all remember Yellow John, right? Remember I had the dog Super Yellow John, I think that was his name. Super Yellow John off of Mellow Yellow Litter. That's where he at down there right now, in that same area that we talking about. Big. He bigger than Mellow Yellow was the smallest one off the litter. She was the smallest one. But yeah, shout out to the brother that was telling me about talking about the Walker Reds. All right, now let me explain to you again. Mellow Yellow and her litter is the Walker Reds. Mellow Yellow and her litter is the Walker Reds because they the only 5 Big John dogs bred that way in the country. The only 5 Big John dogs bred that way in the country. The Walker Reds, is 5 of them, and all 5 of them red noses. 3 of them cream, 4 of them cream, and 1 of them orange. Out of the Walker Reds. Now, when I take the Walker Reds and bring them back to JD, that's how I get the old family Southern Reds. When I take the Walker Reds and breed it to JD, then I get the old family Southern Reds. Or if we take Mellow Yellow brother, Fletcher, and breed him back to JD mother, which is the daughter of Hog. We take Fletcher and breed him back to JD mother, and we get old family Southern Reds. Because Fletcher is a Walker Red, and JD mama, she can produce the old family Southern Reds when she bred with the Walker Reds. All right. So when brothers might say, oh, why, how is that only 5 of the Big John dogs bred like that? First of all, it was the last breeding ever made by the source. Second of all, it was coming down off, the female is coming down off the old stock, and the male that was bred wasn't bred to nobody else dog. You know, I didn't want to breed the Buddy because Buddy is a phenomenal dog, a phenomenal producer, great dog. But everybody had it, and I knew that when I was making my breeding. You know, everybody got it, so I said I want something different with this at the same quality. So I went with Hacksaw. You know, and that's what make the Walker Reds, because it's Hacksaw bred to a daughter of Jocko. Jocko was off Fletcher. Fletcher was off Little John. So that'll put what? That female, the mama dog, she off Jocko. So the Jocko being her second generation, Fletcher being her third, Little John being her fourth. That's just off one line. If I read the rest of the lines, you know, he gonna probably be in the third, because she's a straight Big John and Little John dog. And when I say Little John, I mean Little John from our side of town. Champion Little John. Because they say the other Little John ain't no champion. I think that's the one. Either Little John or Wacon, one of them ain't no champion. I don't want to say the wrong dog, you know, and get it wrong. But they say one of them wasn't no champion. But the Little John from over here was a hell of a producer. That Split is daddy. Whole lot more of them daddy. Now, when it comes to that, being that I got to that Split is real quick, I had a few dogs off Split is back in the days. Split is, I loved him, and I know he produced great, but the dogs that I had off of him, I really wasn't satisfied back in the days. You know, I did have one, the one that the police took from me now. That was all Split is too. And that was, you know, he was the truth. He was the truth. You know. But the ones I had like further back, I wasn't really satisfied with all of them. They was kind of like light switches. You know what I'm saying? On and off, on and off. But I didn't have a lot of them. I'm gonna say that. I only had about maybe 4 of them at the most. 4 to 5 at the most. I just have to really sit and think, you know. But that last one I had, I can't remember who the mother was, but it was a straight Big John and Little John dog. And I had schooled him out 3 times. And then, you know, I was getting him sight. He was going to go to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He was going to go to Atlanta, but, you know, things happened. And it just, you know, I guess it happened for the best at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he had did real good in his schooling, and he schooled out back to back. I schooled him it was 3 months back to back, like January, February, March, and then I was waiting for him to get back right, and I was gonna take him to Atlanta. And he had got back right. Actually, he was totally healed, you know. By the time the situation had happened, but I had done talked to my folk and shit, and shit, I was gonna go take him up that way. You know, it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't nothing like I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta go travel or this or that, or, you know, it just trying to, it was back then, the thing was trying to link with Dog Man who, you know, who were positive. When I say positive, I mean like cool brothers. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to railroad you, not trying to F you over out no money. You know what I'm saying? Coming to play the game right. You know what I'm saying? And just long as you keep me safe, you know, at the end of the day. You know, if a brother cheat, you know, you can't stop it. You can just assume it, you know. But long as, you know, both parties safe, everybody safe, go home back to their family back then, you know, you couldn't really ask for too much more. You know what I'm saying? Because things have went in different ways for brothers, you know, different ways. Hell, I think them boys say hog off boys now. Shit, I might as well just call my dog a Camelot or something. Shit, and say hell with it. You know, then you won't have no reason to say what hog off of, a hog off this, a hog off that. You know, damn boy, hog got more. The owner of hog, man, you need to ship me that DNA so them boys can see. Well, it really don't matter, cause 9 times out of 10, half of them boys ain't got no dogs. They talking. Half of them ain't got the dogs they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's just what make the conversation interesting to them. You know, getting a razzle dazzle out of something they ain't got. You know, getting a razzle out of something they ain't got. But like I told y'all before, that's what they mad about, cause I keep telling them all them damn papers out there with no dogs on them. And now they talking about whole hog of boils, and I tell you what, like I say, JD can be Camelot mixed with some Jeep, Eli, and damn Heinzel if you want to call him that. You know, it is what it is. I'm making a name for my dog. I can care less about the rest. When I say the rest, I mean in the pedigree. I just got that pedigree to show ownership of the dog. You know, if I sell puppies, or you know, if somebody try to say that's their dog, I got my ownership right here to say this is my dog right here. You know, with a picture on it. So, you know, and the thing about it, if you get a dog from me off of JD, they can't go back to no JD. It stops right there. You know what I'm saying? With saying these dogs used for fighting. Nah, it stops right here. Everything off JD, none of that used for fighting. You know what I'm saying? We ain't using that for no fighting. So whatever the back, I'm not worried about the background. I can care less about the background. You know what I'm saying? JD is who I'm worried about. You know, and everything that come down off of him, brother's gonna be secured with. You know, because these dogs not fighting dogs. You know, they ain't fighting dogs. Now, at the end of the day, you know, we all in different parts of the country. Some people never see dogs being confiscated. They hear about it on the news, or they hear about it on TV or Google or whatever. Some people don't go through all the stuff that certain states go through. You know what I'm saying? Like how it went down in Indiana, or how it go down in South Carolina every other year. You know what I'm saying? In North Carolina every other damn day, every other month. Some folk don't experience that, so they'll look back and think this shit a joke. You know what I'm saying? Think it's all a joke. Ain't none of this a joke. You know, brothers go through it every day. Every day. But I do want to say something else, you know, because I'm confused. I'm confused and I need some help. And I ain't talking no trash. But I need some help understanding. See, that's the thing about some of y'all brothers, younger than me and older than me. If you don't understand something, ask brothers to explain it to you. Explain it to me and tell me how does it work? You know what I'm saying? Before I criticize it, because I criticized it one time, but maybe I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking for understanding. And the situation I'm talking about is a lawyer. How can one lawyer, in the situations that we in, if you're paying attention to the situations that we in, you see what I'm saying? You pay attention to the situations that's going down in these sieges and stuff, right? I'm not saying this, I'm gonna explain something and then you tell me how it go down from there. You know? Say they take my dogs, or they take, not when you say mine, because I ain't putting that luck on me. They take somebody named Alphabet Man. Somebody named Alphabet Man. They take Alphabet Man dogs, and then he ain't did nothing. You know, he ain't did nothing, period. But they took his dogs, so now we got a lawyer to represent him, right? But my thing is, who do you choose for this lawyer to represent? When does the time come to spend the money? Okay, say if you got $50,000 on standby, right? $20,000 on standby. When is the right time to spend the money, and who's the right person to spend the money on? Is what I'm trying to figure out. And another thing I'm trying to figure out is a lot of the cases when the brothers get their dogs took, you have two different things that got to be handled. See, the thing they doing, the thing that's getting real popular across the board is brothers is beating their cases, but they still kill the dogs. See, them folk don't mind giving you a couple $100,000, $1 million after they kill your dogs, because the job is done. That cash can be made any day, all day. They make cash a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying? But them dogs, they can't be made over. So the problem comes when you got 20 dogs that get seized. Now you got a lawyer, but them dogs' money going up every day. That price of them dogs going up every day, and that's a whole different price that they charge you. Even when you beat your case, you still got to pay that money to get them dogs back. And that money to get them dogs back going to be higher than the money it is for that lawyer. Now, I just want, I'm trying to figure out, how can it really help when the situations, who you going to put it on? Especially when you say, like, you got to hand pick a case. You got to really hand pick something and not say it won't work. That's why I'm trying to say I'm only seeking understanding in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I show these situations every day. We go through these situations every day. You know what I'm saying? Not just brothers from other side. Like, we going through it here in the South. We going through it. So if I got a $50,000 on, or if I got $20,000 on my lawyer, that ain't got nothing to do with my dogs that I'm gonna have to pay another $30,000 or $40,000 and $50,000 for. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sound like a great thing. Anytime a brother trying to help brothers is always a great thing. You can't never knock when a brother trying to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't never knock that. It just, sometimes you could put yourself in the wrong situation, or sometimes you could put yourself in a bad situation because brothers start looking at you for help, and you don't want to help them because you feel like that's not the right situation, and they feel like they totally innocent. And then I'll say it again, how does the help get distributed when different brothers gonna donate different amounts of money? You got one brother donating $500, one brother donating $5 because that's all he got. You can't take him no less than you take that man with $500. So I'm just asking. That's why I say I'm asking. Not saying there's not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. And when it comes to these dog busts, the only way you're going to know if a brother truly innocent, if that's your friend. It's the only way you're going to really know if he innocent or not, if that's your friend. If it's just something you heard about, you're not going to risk that lawyer money to put it on something you're not sure if he got other things involved with it or not. The only way you can truly know if he innocent, if it's your friend. Out of all the people that got busted over this dog news that I've been telling y'all about over the last 2 years, the only ones I know wasn't doing anything is the ones that I know personally. Not through Facebook, but the ones I know personally and see on an everyday basis. Them the ones I know was innocent. No matter how much I want to feel like that brother over there innocent, or this brother over there innocent, or this brother innocent. Truthfully, I don't know if he got anything else involved. Now, who gonna make that decision to say, yo, I believe that brother right there telling the truth? You know what I'm saying? Or nah, he looked like he lying. He looked like he got some drugs involved or something. That's all I'm asking for understanding when it comes to helping brothers in this dog game. Because it's almost to the point where the help got to be did before you get locked up. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's problem at. You're going to save you a whole lot of money trying to educate brothers on the beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to get in trouble. See, It's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out. Like they always say, you know. So it's going to be easier, you know what I'm saying, to keep brothers from getting in trouble than to try to get brothers out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing in my channel to the brother that asked me what my channel about. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep brothers from getting in trouble with these dogs. Trying to talk about dogs, talk about dog training. We talk about all kind of things, you know. But the thing is, trying to educate brothers to see what's going on so they won't get in trouble. Now, you know, guns are legal. What if the brother get caught with a little bit of weed and the dogs? Not doing nothing with the dogs. You know, does that make him not qualified for the money because he got caught with weed? I don't know, you know. You know what I'm saying? It's a great thing. You know, if it's sincere, you know. But y'all don't forget to hit that like button, man, before y'all get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a great day. Y'all stay legal out there. PBK9s, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. I'm out.